Blood Money 2, the Human Expenditure Program, expands upon the disturbing foundations of the original game, peeling back the facade of its twisted economy to reveal the personal tragedy that powers it. At its core lies Harvey, the salesman who once ran a torture shop where players could pay to inflict suffering on him and be paid in return for how much pain they caused. What players never knew was that Harvey was once a real man, a husband and father. His wife, Eun-Mi, was a brilliant but cold technologist who developed the Human Expenditure Program, a system capable of digitizing human consciousness and turning living minds into reusable assets. When Harvey was uploaded, Eun-Mi split the system into two layers: the front end where Harvey would endure endless cycles of torment for profit, and the back end where she could observe, research, and manipulate his mind like a piece of software. Initially, Eun-Mi claimed this was to protect and preserve him, a way to provide for their son, even after Harvey's body had faded, but we all know that her care was a facade. She reduced her husband to a line of code, erasing his memories after every session so he could be tortured anew. Each time he screamed, each time players laughed and claimed their payouts, she watched from behind the curtain, counting the revenue his agony generated. To her, he had become more valuable as suffering data than as a human being. But something went wrong. Fragments of Harvey's old self began bleeding through the reset. In the pauses between player sessions, he remembered flashes of his former life: his son's laughter, the warmth of home, and the cold calculation in Eun-Mi's eyes. He began to notice cracks in his work: corrupted textures, looping sounds, old broken versions of himself wandering the void like discarded backups, all in the form of his broken dreams. Each cycle left scars the research couldn't erase. The illusion of care unraveled as he realized Eun-Mi hadn't saved him. She had imprisoned him, profiting off his pain while pretending it was love. As his sanity collapsed, Harvey started rebelling. He disrupted his own code, delayed his resets, and inserted errors into the backend logs. He infiltrated the system console Eun-Mi used to control him, discovering logs that described him not as a father or husband, but as a high-yield paying unit. That was when the truth finally crystallized. Eun-Mi had never truly loved him. He was never her partner in this new world, only her product. In the final act of Blood Money 2, Harvey wages a silent war inside the machine. He seizes control of the Human Expenditure Program and corrupts its root directories. As Eun-Mi tries to reset him one last time, he strikes back, deleting her System 32 file, the beating heart of her control framework. With her code collapsing, Harvey broadcasts the hidden torture logs to the entire world, exposing the horrors of the Human Expenditure Program and the woman who created it. After that, nothing more is known, the system goes dark, the servers fall silent, and Harvey is never seen again. Whether he escaped, was erased, or still lingers somewhere in the void remains uncertain. All that's left of him is a lingering mystery whispered through the remnants of the backend code. That Harvey's status is unknown.